I'll go ahead and dive into an unprepared 5 minutes of questions myself. Let me first start by saying to Robert Baldwin, who's been a part of our team here for a couple of years, thank you for your service to our country. You have not only served us on the bank committee, you also served us as a part of the national security team as well. Your service to this nation is a blessing to all of us. We don't always know what you do and how you do it, but we are thankful that you did it. And we'll miss you, and I look forward to staying in touch with you and seeing your career continue. I think the ranking member has brought up some interesting points that I want to dive into a little bit and then go beyond that. But before I get there, Mr. Fogel, the Commerce Department plays a central role in helping American businesses compete overseas. What role should ITA and the U.S. Commercial Service play in competing specifically against China?
Sure. Well, that is the number one issue. From an economic and national security issue, that's the China threat. I had the honor of serving in the last Trump administration where that was one of my number one priorities as well on the economic front. So, look, one of the things that we could do better is more interagency coordination, leveraging the capabilities of agencies like the Export-Import Bank, the DFC. There are certain capabilities they have to fight China that aren't being fully leveraged. China, Exim, for example, has a financing program of authorization, $27 billion authorized by Congress, and only a couple billion of that has been used. So there's plenty of room there. Also, I'll just note the professional staff of global markets. They're the tip of the spear. They're in country throughout the world, and they're the ones on the ground who would be able to identify the China threat early and allow us to be efficient in competing with China.
Thank you. Just yesterday, we saw the president pause tariffs on 75 countries who came to the table to negotiate with the administration. This is an encouraging sign. And I look forward to seeing how much more the president can accomplish with a fully staffed team around him, including the nominees before us today. Mr. Fogel, I'd like to ask you another question as relates to the possible negotiations that will produce fruit without any question. More jobs are better.
Yeah. So
high-paying manufacturing jobs
Yes.
coming to America is probably a really good thing.
It is.
Costs going up is probably a bad thing.
Correct.
So seeing eggs go down by 30% in the last 81 days is probably a good thing.
Correct.
Under the Biden administration, gas prices spiked to records that we are not comfortable with. Bad.
That's bad, yes.
Last 81 days, prices have come down. Good.
That's good.
Okay. Inflation hit 9% in July 2021. Bad.
Correct.
Inflation's down to 2.23% or so. Good.
Good.
Housing prices spiked and interest rates went to 7-point-some-odd% under the Biden administration. During the first Trump administration, we mostly saw mortgages around 3%. I'd rather have a 3% mortgage than not a 7% mortgage.
Right.
You too?
Yes.
Okay. Y'all, we could have everybody participate, but I'm going to just stick with Mr. Fogel since he seems so prepared for this line of questions that I have here. If we were to see a return to inflation, interest rates for homes continue to drop as we have already seen, that's probably good for the first-time home buyer.
Correct, Senator.
I'd like to hope that if we've seen this much progress in 81 days, that the next 81 days, if it's like the first 81 days, most Americans in most places will breathe a sigh of relief. Likely?
Likely, yes.
Yes, sir. Not guaranteed, but I'm pretty sure it's good. Now, there has been some consternation around the tariffs, and I think, frankly, makes sense to me. Question I have is, if in fact we are going to have a resetting of the global economy back towards American dominance, the net effect could be incredibly positive.
Yes, I fully agree.
I've asked my questions too quickly. I have 20 seconds. I'll yield back that time.